Imagine you are walking along an unknown trail in the middle of the night. The only light guiding your steps comes from a sky full of stars, each one shining like a reminder that something greater is influencing your path. Suddenly, you feel that strange sensation in your chest, a premonition, an invisible call that whispers that something grand is about to happen. But what if this feeling wasn't just a fleeting thought? And if the universe was really trying to tell you something? Scorpio, this is not a common period. 2025 will mark one of the most transformative moments of your life. You may already be feeling the energy shift around you, a restlessness as if something is about to be revealed, and it's not by chance. Everything you have lived through until now has prepared you for this moment. The question is, are you ready to face this transformation, or will you let this opportunity pass? What is coming is not just a change. It's a turning point, a portal to a new phase. Something inevitable is approaching, and the way you react will define not only the next few months, but your entire future. If you feel that something big is on the horizon, you are right. The universe has already sent you the signs. Now, it's up to you to decipher them and take action. Stay with me until the end. In the next few minutes, you will understand how to prepare for this great transformation and why this could be the turning point you have been waiting for. The inevitable is coming. Scorpio, everything in the universe moves in cycles, and 2025 will bring one of the most impactful ones for you. It will not be just any year. It will be a milestone, a fork in the road where you will need to choose between growing or staying in the same place. If we look at the past, we will see that periods of great transformation have always been preceded by moments of instability. Think of 2008, a year of crises that forced financial and personal changes worldwide, or 2020, a year of challenges that reshaped the way we live, work, and relate to each other. Big changes always emerge after periods of tension, and the next cycle will be no different. But what is the true nature of this transformation? The universe is presenting you with a choice: accept the new and evolve, or resist and remain stuck with what no longer serves you. Maybe you have already noticed strange patterns repeating, unexpected challenges arising, or a constant feeling that something needs to change. These are not random events, but rather invitations from the universe for you to prepare. Now, the most important question: are you listening to these signs or ignoring the call? In the next few moments, we will explore how to recognize and interpret these signs, because missing this opportunity can mean more than just stagnation. It can be the postponement of a transformation that should have already happened. The cycle of transformation and its role in change. Scorpio, life moves in cycles, and each one brings challenges and opportunities that shape our destiny. In the universe, nothing is static. Stars are born and die, tides advance and recede, and the seasons are constantly renewed. This principle also applies to your personal journey. 2025 marks the beginning of a new cycle, a period of transition that can bring growth, but also requires you to let go of what no longer serves you. This phenomenon doesn't happen out of nowhere. In astrology, significant changes occur when invisible forces begin to act upon our lives, guiding us to where we need to be. If you look back, you will realize that your most important moments were preceded by phases of discomfort. Every great transformation begins with a rupture. Something needs to be left behind so that something new can emerge. It could be a job that no longer motivates you, a relationship that no longer makes sense, or even beliefs that limit your potential. But why does change scare us so much? Because it takes us out of our comfort zone. Human beings cling to the familiar even when it no longer makes them happy. Resistance to transformation can be the greatest obstacle to your growth. The universe is sending you signs. Maybe you are feeling a restlessness, an inexplicable desire to seek something different, or even unexpected situations that force you to make new decisions. These are not random events, but rather calls for your evolution. If you ignore them, you might miss valuable opportunities. But if you embrace the flow of change, you will see that 2025 could be the year when everything finally starts to align for you. What are you going to choose? Fight against the transformation, or allow yourself to grow with it? How to identify and accept the signs of change. Scorpio, the universe always gives a heads up before a major transformation, but the question is, are you paying attention? The signs can be subtle, but they can also come in an intense way. People and opportunities disappear from your life without explanation. It's as if the universe is removing what no longer makes sense. The feeling of restlessness grows each day. You feel that something needs to change, but maybe you still don't know what. Unexpected challenges arise. It could be the loss of a job, the end of a relationship, or an event that forces you to change direction. All of this happens for a reason. It's the universe pushing you out of your comfort zone. And here's an essential detail. The more you resist, the harder the challenges become. Have you noticed how some situations only get worse until you take action? This happens because the change should have already happened, and the universe won't let you ignore it forever. But how to accept these signs and act? Instead of seeing challenges as problems, view them as messages. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Trust your intuition. If something inside you says it needs to change, listen. Be open to new possibilities. Opportunities appear when you are ready to receive them. The challenge of change and how to overcome it. Scorpio, every transformation comes with challenges. No true growth happens without a period of adaptation, resistance, and overcoming. But why does this happen? The answer is simple. Change requires abandoning old patterns, and that is not always easy. Human beings get used to routines, thoughts, and behaviors, even when they are not positive. That's why so many people stay in jobs they don't love, relationships that don't make them happy, or situations that don't contribute to their growth. 2025 will not be a year for stagnation. It will be a period in which life will put you in situations that will require courage. You may feel fear, doubts, or even the urge to turn back. But remember, the greatest obstacles in your life were the ones that strengthened you the most. The challenges of this change can arise in various ways. The need to make difficult decisions. You may need to choose between staying on a comfortable path or risking something new and uncertain. The resistance of the people around you. Not everyone will understand your choices, and some people may try to convince you to give up. The fear of failure, the uncertainty of the future can generate insecurity, but remember that all evolution comes with risks. How to overcome these challenges? First, recognize that discomfort is part of growth. Then, trust the process. The universe doesn't place challenges in your path without a purpose. Each difficulty faced is an opportunity for learning. Those who accept change and face challenges with their heads held high are the ones who come out of this phase stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what comes next. From preparation to action, how to transform your destiny. Scorpio, the most common mistake people make when they realize they need to change is waiting for the right moment. But here's the truth. The right moment never arrives, it is created. How many times have you postponed a decision hoping to gain more clarity? And how many times did you realize, after a long time, that you should have acted sooner? It's not enough to understand that the transformation is coming. You need to act. How to turn this preparation into concrete action? Set a clear goal. What exactly do you want to change in your life? If you don't have clarity, it will be difficult to move forward. Take the first step, no matter how small. Many times, we don't know all the details of the path, but taking the first step opens up new possibilities. Adapt to the unexpected. No plan will be perfect, and obstacles will be part of the journey. Fear can arise. Doubt can make you question your decisions. But what differentiates those who evolve from those who remain stagnant is the ability to act despite fear. Now, I want to challenge you. What is the first action you can take today for this transformation? In the comments, write down which change you know you need to make and what the first step will be. Let's create this commitment to your future together. 2025 will be a year of transformation, but this change only happens if you decide to be a part of it. Dealing with the fear of uncertainty. Scorpio, the greatest enemy of transformation is not the difficulty, but rather the fear of the unknown. When we are faced with significant changes, our mind tries to protect us by keeping us in what is familiar even if it means continuing in a cycle that no longer serves us. But here's the truth. The unknown is not a threat, it's an opportunity. Everything you desire, everything that can take you to a higher level, is on the other side of this fear. Why does fear arise? Because we don't have absolute control over what lies ahead. Because we are taught to seek security and avoid risks. Because the mind prefers the stability of the past to the uncertainty of the future. But the big question is, do you want just security, or do you want evolution? Those who resist change remain trapped in the same reality, while those who take risks discover new possibilities. You don't need to eliminate fear, you need to learn to act despite it. How to overcome the fear of uncertainty. Accept that fear is natural. It doesn't mean that something bad is going to happen, just that you are stepping out of your comfort zone. Remember the moments when you overcame challenges. Look back and see how many times you were afraid, but still moved forward and grew. Take small steps. You don't need to change everything at once, but rather take consistent steps towards transformation. Trust the flow of life. The universe does not take something from you without a purpose. Every change brings growth. 2025 will be a year of transformation, and those who know how to deal with uncertainty will be one step ahead. The importance of detachment. Scorpio, you cannot enter a new cycle carrying the weight of the past. Detachment does not mean loss, but rather the liberation of everything that no longer contributes to your evolution. Be honest with yourself. What are you still holding on to that you should have already let go of? It could be a worn-out relationship, a fear that paralyzes you, a habit that holds you back, or even an old identity that no longer represents who you truly are. Life always gives us signs of when it's time to move on. Sometimes we feel it clearly, but we resist because letting go can be painful. But the truth is, what is truly yours never gets lost. What leaves your life leaves because it has already fulfilled its role. Why is letting go essential for change? Space for the new. If you keep your hands closed, holding onto the past, how can you receive the future? Emotional freedom. Letting go of what no longer serves you allows your energy to flow freely into new opportunities. Personal growth. Attachment keeps us in the same place. Evolution requires the courage to let go. But how to let go of something that was once a part of you? Recognize that the cycle has closed. Not everything lasts forever, and that's natural. Replace guilt with learning. Instead of focusing on what was lost, concentrate on what was learned. Trust that something better is coming. Life never takes something away without having something greater to offer. 2025 will not be a year to carry unnecessary burdens. It will be the year to make room for a new reality, more aligned with who you truly are. The construction of the new version of Oni Self Scorpio. When you let go of what no longer belongs to you, a new space opens up. But the big question is, who do you want to be from now on? 2025 will not just be a year of external changes. It will be a year of internal reconstruction. You are having the opportunity to redefine your identity, to transform into a stronger, more conscious version of yourself, more aligned with your true purpose. But for that, you need to make a decision. Remain attached to what you already know or allow yourself to evolve. How to create your new identity. Ask yourself, who am I really? Free from fears, external expectations, and limiting beliefs. What remains? Set your new standards. What kind of energy do you want to attract? What kind of mindset do you want to adopt? Act like your best self. Don't wait to feel ready. Start behaving like the person you want to become. True transformation does not happen when you merely think about changing, but rather when your actions begin to reflect that change. Who you were is in the past. Who you will be depends on what you do now. 2025 will be a year of rebirth, but only those who are willing to truly rebuild themselves will reap the rewards of this new cycle. The impact of relationships during transformation. Scorpio, every major change in your life will affect the people around you. Some connections will strengthen, while others will dissolve. And that's part of the process. As you grow and transform, not everyone will keep up with this evolution. Some people may resist your change, question your decisions, or even try to pull you back into the old cycle. But remember, Not everyone is destined to follow you into the next phase of your journey. How does transformation affect your relationships? Change of frequency. You will notice that some friendships or relationships no longer resonate with your new energy. This does not mean ingratitude, but rather growth. External resistance. Not everyone will understand your new choices. Some people prefer to see you as you always were, because that keeps them in their comfort zone. New connections will arise. Just as some relationships drift apart, new people will enter your life, aligned with who you are becoming. How to deal with these changes? Accept that some people will remain in the past. Not all connections are eternal, and that's natural. Surround yourself with those who push you forward. Healthy relationships are those that support your growth. Don't be afraid to open yourself up to the new. The universe always puts the right people in your path at the right time. 2025 will be a year of redefinition, not just for you, but for the relationships that are part of your life. Some farewells will be necessary, but each one will open the door to more genuine and enriching connections. The reward after the transformation. Scorpio, a journey of change has a purpose, and no matter how challenging it has been, the reward always comes to those who had the courage to evolve. You faced uncertainties, overcame challenges, and learned to let go of what was no longer part of your path. Now, it is the time to reap the fruits of that transformation. What happens after the move? Clarity and purpose. You will begin to see your life in a completely different way. What once seemed confusing will now make sense. Unexpected opportunities. By aligning your energy with your true essence, new doors will open, whether in your career, relationships, or personal growth. Peace and self-confidence. Doubt and fear will give way to the certainty that you are capable of handling any challenge that life throws your way. Maybe, at first, you won't notice these changes immediately, but over time, you will realize that everything that seemed like an obstacle was, in fact, a step towards a new level of awareness and achievement. 2025 will not just be a year of challenges, it will be a year of harvest for those who had the courage to transform themselves. The time to act is now. Scorpio, we have reached the decisive point of your journey. You have gone through every part of this transformation. You recognized the signs, understood the challenges, learned to let go of what no longer serves you, and discovered how to build your new version. Now, there is only one choice to be made. Will you wait? Or will you act? Time doesn't stop. The universe does not wait. The change has already begun, and every decision you make today will define the coming months, the coming years, and even who you will be in the future. But remember one essential thing. No one can do this for you. You can absorb all the knowledge in the world. You can understand all the signs. But if you don't take action, nothing will change. Now, let your life. What is still holding you back? What needs to be left behind? What is the first step you can take now? Because 2025 will not just be another year, it will be a turning point. What you do with this information determines whether it will be the year of your rise or just another year lost in the repetition of the same cycles. So, I challenge you, don't finish this video without deciding what your next action will be. Comment now on what change you are going to embrace and what your first step will be. The choice is before you. The universe has already given you all the signs. Now, there's only one question left. Are you ready to take control of your destiny?